writing on heroes, man. They're doing okay, man. They got a lot of good people in there working pretty hard. So
they're doing better than okay.
My help. Kind of.
Hello, watch the show.
I think you had your hand up earlier, so back there in the.
Since you're like a TV star, you went to the public eye. What really inspired you to get into comics? That's not so much. Which one do you like more?
Dude, I like to be underground, man. Honest to God, it all goes back to when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my dad took me to a shop, and the fact that Russ and I got turned on to the business of comics as adults, as a company, was just something exciting, a way to kind of branch out in business. You know, but we always go back to good story, good story, good story, great character, great character, great character. So.
And also like nurturing young talent, you know,
yeah.
Young writers. Like a lot of the writers that we have are like assistants. I mean, they're not like, I mean, they're, you know, just like a really great idea, and like, you know.
Basically, we try and be the guys to facilitate these amazingly talented people that maybe aren't getting tapped into yet, and maybe are being overlooked by the bigger people that are trying to like jockey for that #1 position. It's like, fuck that, man. You got one great writer that's gonna charge you an arm and a leg for a book or anything, and it's like, we got these young, hungry, talented people that are going to be the next big thing in the business. That's who we like to work with.
And I think the other thing that, you know, everybody should know about Russ and Milo is they're like probably the two hardest working people I've ever met, like in Hollywood. I mean, seriously, when we were shooting this video, you know, Milo's out directing, actually, no, you know, acting, you know, directing traffic. I mean, it was like,
I was a traffic cop, but I have to give credit to Nathan Matsuda. Yeah. He's the kid that put that video together. 22, fresh out of film school. He's unbelievable what he did.
Yeah, he was actually a computer science geek, and actually the price for that was $189. And the only reason why it was $100 is because we actually had to buy these certain cards
a model for a car.
But like technically it was $89. That's what it cost. A lot of like man hours of working on it, but it was $89.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
If you guys get a camera, you guys can do the same thing. It's not hard. Just get a gazing ball and a computer, and you're good.
Yeah.
Well, this kid knows how to talk to computers. It's really weird.
Additional questions maybe from this side.
Okay, from like behalf of the DSC.
Awesome.
So, okay. My question is that being that you have all these people like causing massive destruction, is there a consequence for their actions? As it take place in like present time? Like, are the cops involved or anything along those lines?
Yeah, no, go for it, Rick. You can.
I mean, that to me is like the heart of what makes this an interesting character piece, is that this power that they have is not a force for good, and it's something that they all have to deal with. And
it's like an atom bomb.
I know you want that.
Hulk smash.
You know, like when you read the Hulk and like nobody really dies, and like
he just messes up some cars and knocks over a couple buildings.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, too, I mean, with
body count.
Yeah, the huge body count, and within the story, these guys are tracked by federal agents. They really are. It's like they're just like, let's just say the feds nowadays, FBI, CIA, any of those ICE agents, they have cases on probably 90% of the organizations or just weird shit that happens. These guys, the Berserkers, this kind of like Norse group, they're being tracked by the feds. There are consequences for what happens to them. It's just, for Ferris and Aaron, our two main guys, they have to learn how to control it and find out where their allegiance is led to.
Questions?